I did, man.
You can hear me clearly?
Clear. What I'm telling
All right, good. Well, thank you for coming on the Wiz's Wisdom Instagram Live. Appreciate you. Respect and honor. If you don't know, we're talking to the 5-time Juno Award winning Exco Levi, the man who's conquered and reached the pinnacle, I would say, of Canadian reggae music in that field. How you feeling? How's things? I know it's rough out there, but you're home, you're well. I see you cooking sometimes. How's things?
We can't complain. We have life. Once you have life, that's the most important thing. You know what I mean? Still have life,
Yes, yeah.
regardless of the situation. We still have to just go and hold firm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, I seen you cooking the other day on Esco's kitchen, like you cook up some swimmers and some vegetables and
Yeah, have to be swimmers and veg, you know, we don't go the sky and we don't go the pen. We only go the sea and the garden, you know what I mean?
yeah. Is that going to be should be a new norm, making our own vegetables and stuff like that?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Very important to them. Right now, everybody talk about immune system. Some people just start building the immune system now because Corona is around. We've been building we have built our immune system for a long time. You know what I mean? Bush tea and you know what I mean? And fruits and vegetables. You know what I mean? Very important.
Very important. And as you can see, he's home and he's inside, and he's doing the right thing. So I'd hope everybody would follow our leads and stuff. You know, let's get right into it. 5-time Junos. What did that do for your career? What did that do for you?
Well, the question, a lot of people ask me the same question. And I mean, the Juno Awards is good for the books, you know what I mean? They look good on paper, but Juno Awards without putting the hard work yourself, you're not gonna go nowhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because as I said, the Juno Awards is good for the buyer. You know what I mean?
Right.
It kind of put a leverage to your name and to your brand, you know what I mean? Know that is the biggest award here in Canada, and for a person to acquire such accolades, it's good. But you definitely have to put in the work, put in the hard work. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
yeah.
The Juno would be just a plus to what you're doing, you know what I mean?
You know, let me ask you, and I should have stated before we start, I'm asking, this is Exco Levi, 5-time Juno Award winner, for those who don't know. I don't, Lex, you know?
Stick up in me and look ashy.
Yeah.
One. Stick up in people, me and look ashy, you know, look good. I run to the bathroom and come get the time. Hold on 1 second.
So, Lex, for those who don't know, he's the 5-time Juno Award-winning reggae artist for Canada. And if I get some lotion right, no, it might look ashy, but
yeah,
that's okay. Wash your hands is great. We all go, you know, it's all go through it still. So what happened is, we've been talking about the Junos and what it did for your career. And I wanted to state before we start this, there's going to be questions asked, and I don't want, if you feel uncomfortable answering, just say, boy, you'd like to skip that, or whatever the case may be. It's no disrespect. It's just, we want to find out the real deal from you, because you are at the pinnacle of greatness when it comes to Canadian artists. That, at least that's what I think. I think you've climbed the highest mountain, and I mean, you have other mountains to climb still. But what I'm saying, the Junos have never televised reggae. You are, I think you're the only one that has won 5 Junos. Do I stand corrected?
For reggae.
For reggae.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah, I'm the only one who won 5 Juno Awards for reggae. You know,
do you feel
and 4 of those
that's
was
a problem? Huh?
4 of which was consecutively, 4 years straight.
4 years straight.
Yeah.
That to me is a record beyond records that will probably never be beaten. Do you think, though, that, I mean, the Junos are great, but could we not have televised, especially a man of your caliber and what you've done for this business.
Well, you're right. But if you do the maths, and I like to put it this way, I would have loved it to televise and the final night of the juniors. You know what I mean? But you
Right.
have to understand, say, I believe in China there is probably almost 70 different categories. Categories of music. You have kids music, you have opera music, and so everybody can be televised on a 1 hour, 1 hour program. Because if you notice the Juno Awards, they go 1 hour on TV. You know what I mean? So just imagine almost 70 different categories. You know what I mean? So everything, and it's the same thing for the Grammys too. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I've had my issues.
Yeah, even though I would like to be in the final night of the Juno Awards sometime, you know what I mean? But probably I'm gonna sing Afro, I gonna say the same thing too. And the person who sing kids music, I say the same thing to say, oh, why, you know what I mean? So everybody can. You know what I mean? But I understand what you're saying with what I've achieved over the years. You know what I mean?
This is where I'm going with what you have achieved. It is dominance.
Yeah,
Do you not?
You're right. You're right about that, because I remember when I won my 5th Juno Awards, the president for SOCAN, which is the music governing body for Canada, he said to me that, "Oh, come, I don't know you." That's what he said to me. He said, if it was any other genre, a person won 5 Juno Awards, the entire Canada would. But I know why. You know what I mean? And the reason why these things that happen is because they like to say reggae don't sell. They consider reggae as a niche market, and I don't understand why they do that, because reggae music play on every continent in the world. And
wait, hold on. Stick up in. They consider reggae as what?
A niche market. Like it don't. They like to say, quote unquote, reggae don't sell. It don't sell, and because our music, we don't sing about Underwoman, and I'm not about reggae music. I'm not about dance.
Yeah,
I'm about reggae music. So if you find that mainstream media, they kind of put highlight on people who singing about sex, because they like to say sex sell, and they like to say you know what I mean? Say if you not sing pop or something with pop like, you know what I mean? Them consider it not selling, you know what I mean? So because of that now, they put you in a bubble, and you always get placed on the back burner. But they used to do the same thing in Bob Marley's time too, you know what I mean? And Peter Tosh's time. So as I was saying, reggae, I don't understand why they consider reggae as that, because reggae music play on every continent in the world. And apart from that, if you're gonna mention the top 5 artists of all time, Bob Marley have to mention in those top 5 artists. You know what I mean? So it's just the system, because society has led us to think that if you're not singing about sex and not singing about how much girls and how much car you have, it don't work and it don't sell. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So so once you're not singing about those things, you always tend to place in the, but they will appreciate you, but you're not gonna get that mainstream media like a lot of people get. You know what I mean? Yes.
So do you think Canada is a productive market for the reggae industry?
Well, Canada is a building industry. It's not, because one of the biggest things that we are lacking here in Canada is platforms. You know what I mean? If you don't have platform for the people them to hear your music, then I was so lucky, because when I went back to Jamaica 2013, I remember putting songs on Facebook and Instagram, like 2003, 2007. I remember putting song on YouTube, and I only get 100 views, 50 views. I beg for it to reach 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not that there was a good song, but people don't know you. So when I start go back to Jamaica, the affiliation with Donovan Jeremy and Penthouse Records now, the thing start, because Penthouse Records is a known label all over the world in the reggae community. You know what I mean? Then I start working with Silwax, they are known across Europe in terms of production and all that. So Canada is an evolving industry. It's people like you, Specs, and you know what I mean, all who play on the radio station, artists, we are building something at the moment. You know what I mean? And it's a very good time to be a part of this industry right now. You know what I mean? It's a very good time to involve. You know what I mean? But the biggest thing that we need right now is mainstream platforms, because we don't have that. You know what I mean? Like mainstream platform. Every time one song play, a DJ will play it, a Kerry Mullins play it, or some sound man, like some of the sound man, they say them love music.
Yeah, some of them.
Then we might play it in a dance hall and way. But that alone can't help to make the people them. You know what I mean? The masses of the people, 37 million people, themselves living in Canada. You know, by you playing it and you do your best and it can't reach to the masses. If you realize, perfect example, when a new Mary J. Blige release or a new Drake release, and you turn on Flow 97, it play every minute. And it play 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 and play. Because Flow is a mainstream radio station and it cover a wide demographic of people. So the song eventually become a song, a known song, you know what I mean? So that is what reggae music lacking. We just need more platforms. You know what I mean? Mainstream platform. Not only platform, but mainstream platforms. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. So you stumbled on a topic there I wanted to discuss, that you were here and you do songs and you get maybe 100 views, but as soon as you touch Jamaica and you're in Penthouse and Jamaica vibes is going, your views are just going off and off the hook. You know, why is it harder for Canadian artists to work harder than any other country, I say? I mean, is it the genre that you're in of reggae and not dancehall? Or what is it that you have to work 10 times harder and have to go over to Jamaica to make sure that you're accepted or heard, at least here?
Well, this is my, regardless of where you are in the world, once the song is recorded properly and mixed properly and it get the right platform, you know what I mean? So back in the days we used to think that the song have to record at Jamaica, but I've known a lot of artists across Europe where we never seen them at Jamaica yet, and they've been touring. People like Alpha Blondie, people like Revolution Band after the from California, people like J Boog. Nice to know, let's do it again.
Yeah.
You record the song in Jamaica, but I say I never see them present like that Jamaica and on the Sound Fest and they've been doing well. So to me, it go back down to platforms. You know what I mean?
Platform.
Yeah, platform. If you don't have the medium to make the song reach out there to people, you know what I mean? So it don't really matter where the song recorded. Because I remember 2003, I was in Trinidad. I believe it was the first time. Yeah, 2003, I believe. I never been to come to Canada yet. I came here 2005. I remember hearing Marla Nash song on the radio in Trinidad. You know what I mean? I remember hearing, yes, I'm a ganja plant. And by the time we reached Canada 2005, it was the biggest song here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I saw the music business. It don't really matter where you're in the world. Once you sing good music and it release and it's on the right platform, people's gonna like it. Because one thing you have to understand with artists again too is, you see, there's a difference between singing and singing with conviction. You have some people that can sing on key and everything, but you can't feel them. You know what I mean? And I think that comes from a deep place. As an artist, if you don't have that, it'll take longer for people. You have an artist with, and you know him song, you listen to him CD. You listen to him CD, you say, oh, that you with a song, you know him song on the CD. But then again, you have an next artist that you go up on the stage and start singing, you're like, yo, this youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The presence.
Yes.
Very important, yeah.
Are we at fault? Like, and I'm talking about me, myself, as a radio disc jockey, as a selector. Are we at fault for not pushing out the music? Are we at fault? Do you find that we're at fault?
In somewhat, because I would say, because I'm talking about Canada now, you know what I mean? Most of the selectors and people in Canada, you know what I mean? If there's a new Mavado or a new Vibes Cartel release in Jamaica, they would play it, they would play it, and yo, this is the biggest song. Well, I mean, and if Exco Levi or any other artist release a song, they will play it, you know, because I realize most of the DJ, if they see me walk in a party, you hear Exco Levi all night. But then with our Europe on tour, they might not play it because of the mentality, you know what I mean? This is what beating us. Because here in Canada, I must tell you, like 2018, I've done probably almost 20 shows across Canada. This is the first time for me living here 16 years have I done so much show. That means we can have a booming industry here in Canada amongst ourselves. Because if you go to Italy, you have people like Alba Rosie, where Alba Rosie alone can follow out any venue. You know what I mean? If you go to Germany, you have people like Gentleman in Germany. Any venue you put him, he can full it. We can do the same, you know what I mean? But selectors and some radio people, they will bore whole in the next artist thing, you know what I mean? And them not really show the love as much. You know what I mean? Because we, as we say, artists can tour. There's over 200 festivals, music festival. I'm not about reggae festival that keep in Ontario only every year. Then can you imagine Exco Levi alone? I do 100 festival every year. Anything else when we get outside of Canada would be bonus. You know what I mean? Right. The one way that can happen is for us to support each other, and then it will be a booming industry. We can, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, do you feel you've reached the pinnacle?
No.
No.
You see, you have to understand, I know what the pinnacle is. Because the reason how I get to know this, because remember I say, I not only tour by myself, I've been touring with Busy Signal from 2003. From 2013. So I've known what it is to be a mega star. You know what I mean? I've traveled, I go Dubai with Busy, I go Africa, I go too much place, Seychelles, Caribbean, and I know what stardom is by touring with him. And I'm nowhere close to that. You know what I mean? I give thanks for my blessing, and I give thanks for who know Exco Levi and who appreciate Exco Levi music. But I know what it is to be a mega star. I tell you about a mega star. You know what I mean? Because I'm busy, I've been friends over the years, and we travel a lot together. We see how he's been treated. I see how his challenges to, you know what I mean? I know what it means to be a mega star, to sell out a stadium. You know what I mean?
Yes.
To sell out a radio where you know what it is to you alone book for your show, and it's so loud. Don't have to turn back people. I've seen it. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you, you've kept shows, you've kept many shows here in Toronto, or Canada. But people will show up, but other artists won't show up. Is that the norm of Canada? Because when I saw, I don't know. No, man. No, man. We just talk the real deal here.
All right.
We just talk the real deal.
You see me, you know, if an artist keep a show, I feel like go. I don't feel like if an artist keep a show, I feel like go, but just go. You know what I mean? Probably Exco Levi keep some artists, I feel like they might come. Because you have to understand, saying everything, you know, you have people who like your energy, and everybody will be friend. Like friend. Yeah. Like for instance, in Jamaica, me know a lot of artists. Probably 70% of the artists in Jamaica, me know them personally. But me want to tell us I'm 70% of my friend.
Right.
Yes, and me can tell you my best friend them in music. Like when me can see, because there's a lot of artists who I know personally in Jamaica, and if they come to this country right now, me not see them and call to them, because me and them are not friend like that. I mean, because you know artists can have this ego thing more than me. But me, you know, see if Busy Signal come off the plane right now, me can say, oh, if Mr. Silver Cat, if Mr. Romy and Verga, if Mr. Chris Martin, D Major, Iba Mark, Kabaka Pyramid, Jesse Royal, me can say, yo, you know what I mean? And I said that. So it's the same thing with Exco Levi. In Canada, I have a lot of artists when you man, my budget, you know, you matter. So if an artist, if me I keep someone and I feel like attending, you know what I mean? Me not really feel no way about it. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, you've traveled all over the world doing collabs and stuff, and you've done some collabs with Canadian artists, Jamaican artists. I think you've done collabs with artists abroad as well. I'm not too much. So, you know, what's the difference and the effect of when you do a collab with your home city and a collab with an international artist? What's the difference in effect?
All right. Well, first, if you understand, when it comes to collaboration, it means one thing. Sometimes artists might link Exco Levi and say, "Mama say, he's a striving artist who try to reach the pinnacle too, you know." So enough time, and people might think say Exco Levi hype and because he wins so much. Come here, them argument all the time. But you have to understand, say, when he's an aspiring artist, you try to make it to the pinnacle. You can't climb up on a wall and hold somebody and expect to reach at the top of it, because them are pulling them back too. You understand?
Yeah.
So when you do collaboration with artists, basically you want to be introduced to that artist fan base. It's the only purpose. You know what I mean? So it's guys, whenever you do a song with the artist, like for instance, when I did like probably Cheese song with Busy Signal, I was automatically introduced to his fan base, which is mega. You understand?
Yeah.
So if I ask that song and say, Exco, come and do a song. First thing I think, he said the song real bad, because sometimes the energy and the frequency that govern earth, you know. Sometimes the song might bad, even though nobody don't really know him. But the song is bad. But if me do a song with the artist right now who's probably, you know what I mean, who's aspiring like Exco Levi, me automatically introduce him to my fan base. You know what I mean? When me want somebody to introduce me to. You understand?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
So I don't think if I ask an artist right now to do a collaboration with me and him refuse, like a bigger artist than me can't even complain, because he might try to elevate himself, he might try to find somebody to lift his career from where it is. You know what I mean? And that is the reason why me have so much love and respect for Busy Signal forever, till my last breath blow to my body. Because to meet Busy Signal at Penthouse and he start bringing me on the road with him, me put him album, and him writes. If me tell you some song with me and Busy Signal write, you just say a lie. Me write them. So just for him to involve me in them space and involve me, you know what I mean? And introduce me to his fan base. And anybody I do that, Papa.
Yeah,
you know
I understand.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna bring you to us. I'm gonna give you a selector's point of view, especially because I know the selector. A man like Ricky Trooper, who will take young artists, put them on highlighted rhythms with big artists, and bust them. Then on top of that, now you have Exco Levi. How does a young artist now who wants to try and gain, you know, the notoriety with you, how does they get to that level? Because you as a top here, you might be looking down and say, why, who is this guy? Who is this girl? Who is this person? You know?
Okay, before me answer the question, somebody asks collaboration with who? Right? Yeah. So me have collaboration. Me have like 3 songs with Busy Signal. And you can go on YouTube right now. Exco Levi, Busy Signal, Romeo and Virgo. Running from the Line. That's the Busy Signal album. I have song with Dwayne Stevenson. You can just put it Exco Levi, Dwayne Stevenson. I have song with Marcia Griffiths. I'm on Marcia Griffiths' album. You know what I mean? I have song with Gap Ranks out of England. You know what I mean? I have song with me, Kabaka Chronics, Jesse Royal, all of them. We are on one song for VP Records, which is a tribute to Dennis Brown, Rasta Children. So you could Google them song, Papa.
Yeah, you know I mean? 100%.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, you're at this pinnacle where we see that you've reached the Canadian high mountain. Now you're pretty much up here looking down. How does the young artist get your attention now? How does the young artist, young female or young, you know, artist get to see, can I get a collab with Exco? Like, you know, how they go about that?
All right. Very good question. All right, let me tell you, if you notice, let me be real with you. If you notice, me sit down in my studio.
Yeah.
Me tell you, ever work, hard working, and I try do something. Experiment with music, try find something, because Busy Signal teach me one thing, say, Exco, your studio is your office. You don't know what can happen. If you go into the studio, you record a song and you put it out, and it don't work, go back to the studio. So me always an experiment. So my work rate at 95.9999. My work rate is up there. So I would never sit there and say, me see an artist when me see I work as hard as Exco Levi, or even more than Exco Levi. You know what I mean? I see my damn thing and I push and then call me and say, Exco Levi, give me a 8 line for Nasanya. I want to do it. I would be lying if I tell you I want to do it. You know what I mean? But it go back down to one thing again too. And next thing is a very important factor. You see, most artists, they don't like listening.
Okay.
And then that is the reason why me always separate myself from most artists, because especially here in Canada, they don't listen. And when a person correct you, is not like say, like for instance now, when I just get to Penthouse Records, right? When me walk in the studio, over the years me do music. Over the years I've been recording, playing keyboard in church, practice record and everything there. Me never get my stamp of approval. I never know some artist until the day me walk in a Penthouse Record and Busy Signal sitting right there. So Romeo and Sidongus and Donovan Jeremy and sit down. So all of those persons we mentioned a while ago have track record. This is Donovan Jeremy. You know what I mean? This is busy. We have countless it. And when them say Esco go on the studio go sing. And as me start sing, first person jump up a busy signal and say, yo, you say bad, and walk out of the studio. So at this song, when me do my first song for Donovan Jeremy in 2013, and when me check my YouTube account and realize this is the first time we have on YouTube and it goes, I say, that's when me stamp for approval. Most artists, when you're working with them, you can't tell them, say, oh, bro, you know this half key. There's a difference between half key and half timing. You know what I mean? And me I tell you this because me learn all of these things long before I become a professional artist. Because when me this start studio, the first person to bring me to this is a brother named Cargo. You don't know him. Him. And the first man start Kamiga studio. Kamiga told me real to real record and Kamiga start up music same time. And he used to tell me say, me couldn't write 8 lines on a piece of paper and go to the studio go execute it. It was the hardest thing. Can me just write it and Cargo as a customer say, oh my lad, you write it. Oh, you write it and you can't go in and go sing it and you sing it right as well. So over the years, me learn all these things and they go on and go on and go on. So if you come check me now, and me tell us, bro, that song half key, me not like a verse there. With all that I've acquired over the years and the leverage of Exco Levi and the people who me affiliated with like busy and very, you should listen. You know what I mean? And that's what probably have with musician because everybody just feel say, you know what I mean? And it's that every time me write, you know. But me I say, experience do teaches wisdom. You know what I mean? Like for instance, now, me could never come to wisdom and say, wisdom and mix a song that good enough. When me come a friend come see her play a sound. You know what I mean? And me don't know no selecting business. And these are the things we always happen because I try my best to work with other artists here and that is always become a problem. You know what I mean? And me not more call them. There's artists here who won the Juno Award where me write the song for them. Me write it, then put it in the CD player and say, oh, me write the song for them. And I watch them collect the Juno Awards and then don't even say Exco Levi. Then don't.
Wait, hold on. Pick up it. Wait, time out. Artist that you've written the song for.
Me own 15% of the song right now.
And they won the Juno. They won the Juno.
Yeah. So
you would be in the acceptance speech. That's just common sense.
So because me and them fall out over something that is for them fault anyways. Them won the Juno Award and collect and then big up everybody else. And right now, if the song play on the radio, and my vocal do the background of the song. Because I write yes to the song record, see studio there. I write yes to the song record, see there? Right, yes, sir. I mean record.
No, I'm hearing you, but you have to, I'm not hearing you. Because that would just make enough sense. If you are dominant, you made them win a Juno Award. That's the pinnacle of the Canadian thing. So, therefore, if they win, a man would get up or a woman would get up. I don't know if it's male or female, but they'd get up and they'd say, you know what? Thank you, Father God, my lawyer, my this, my agent, my black, Exco Levi. Thank you. Really.
Even if they don't deal because of some other reason apart from music.
No, we don't watch that.
Yeah,
we're not watching that because you still gave them a Juno achievement.
Okay, good.
Correct?
Yeah.
That's just my thinking. That's just my thinking.
And if me never tell you that now, you would even know. And me don't even broadcast anything here.
Well, this is why we have this show. This is why we have this.
Now you understand why me skeptical, me not do well with working with other artists because you know what I mean. If artists where I try rise like me not do well working with them because there's always something. Bro, I'm telling you something, man. A long time in the music, you know. A long time this and one we used to have studio Monday for me and Cargo them and the whole we record everybody. Cause guess what? Me try to learn every aspect of the business. That's why me can't always count out. That's why me record myself. 75% of my latest song never release and me record them myself. Me can mix them up. Me don't want to mix. Me just want to take my own vocal. Because me not got no money I go brush them dog teeth for you in the studio. To practice it or wait for them to use them studio. I beat them dog before me. So I practice to record myself. I practice to build rhythm. I practice it by myself. That means no man can style me when it comes to music. You know what I mean? Because I say business go. And as an artist, if you really love music, you try to learn every area of the business. You know what I mean? And that me do. Let me tell you something. Kabaka Pyramid, an engineer. Chronics, all them can record vocal in a Pro Tool. When him, J Island, all of them. Them can make rhythm, they can record themselves. You know what I mean? So this is what me try to do.
So that leads me to my next thing, is that there needs to be more surrounding. You can't just jump up on a stage and sing and consider yourself a full artist by the way of what you told me, correct?
No, you can't, because first and foremost, you're not a complete singer if you can't hold your own harmonies. That's number one. Any big professional engineer, the first time you go complete a part studio with me and Cargo, we go to the record. And when we done record, the man tell me say, oh, you're not, tell me and Cargo and my next virgin say, oh, you're not a complete singer until you can hold your own harmony, and a man can say, there, no worry, you can hold your own note in it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
these are the thing, and as an artist, as I said earlier on, you don't know everything. But the knowledge that I've acquired around being around Penthouse and busy them, and when we impart it onto you and tell us, yo, we don't like other verses, so they could have bother said this. And you can listen to me too. And that is the reason why we always, all my artist friends are established artists, like my bosom friend them are established artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of them. I mean, me try to learn from them. When me in a studio busy my right song and busy say Exco, me don't like a verse there. Me have to just understand. I say go. You know what I mean? Because we have done it more than one time before. You know what I mean?
Right,
right. You know what I mean?
You know, I'm taken in aback by your world, because you see, we didn't get this opportunity to understand the struggles and the struggles that you've gone through, especially with bringing somebody or getting somebody elevated to a Juno status with no acceptance. That to me seems ungrateful.
Yeah, this is a good interview, you know, because a lot of people online now are tuning in. And I tell you, it's sometimes, because all these things, probably if we never do an interview, when we talk all these things, but it's just the energy and the frequency. As I say, music, I tell you, bro, there's a big difference in singing and singing with conviction. Do remember that. There's a big difference in singing and singing with conviction. A man can sing and in the pan key and everything, and the man don't feel nothing. Everybody said so. Dry spirit. They must sing pan. Dry spirit, just like when you used to go to church back in the days, and a person would go sing Amazing Grace, or like Bridge Over Troubled Water, and everybody said so. And then somebody is going to go sing it as him start singing, they said so. Yeah, I said, who this? You know what I mean? I remember as a local youth in Jamaica, music have to be an in-band concept, you know. There's nothing happened for Exco Levi musical that I'm surprised at. Nothing. And you can ask my manager, she managed with Dennis Jones. I will be nominated for these Juno. When we get a star on the road at Brampton, you know, because I see all of these are ready. I see it, envision all of these things before me a youth. If you understand, say music things are in-band concept. My father come from Clarendon, you know. He's a DJ on a sound system named Soul Rebel, you know. And him come from Manchester. Come DJ on the sound. I meet my mother with my 15-year-old, you know. And some me come about, you know. You know what I mean? And some me come about it. My father get with my 15-year-old, you know. From me, you know, myself, I don't remember myself doing anything else no more than music. Anything else me do, me just do it because I probably in a situation I'm gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? And my father 15-year-old him get me a sound system in con DJ pan. And I'm a 15-year-old come to Manchester. And my mother sent me. My father get me my 15-year-old. Me born come see my father, an artist. Gold ring, gold chain, round neck, the way. Anyway, the sound system play class Jamaica, I flip with the DJ. You see? And there's nothing happened to Exco Levi musical that I'm surprised of. All my manager, them always excited all them. And some say that look, and them say, yo, me never excited, but they don't understand. So when it's an inbound concept, you see all these things. You see it long before it even happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that if music can come from a deep place, if you can't in a music and music, then you know, you remember that. You know what I mean? And no matter which song you sing, how you sing, like how in Burry, I say people them said. I tell you. Yeah. You can't in a music and music, then you remember that. It's very important.
You have a new song that just released during, I believe it was released during this quarantine period. Champion.
Yeah. All right, let me give next energy now. Even the song Champion, it was recorded probably a year and a half ago.
Yes.
And when the song recorded, Jesse said, yo, we should send go get the DJ them. I'm going to hear the spirit. Cause Mike never spirit to trouble with me, tell me everything, you know. My spirit tell me everything. You know, tell me, say, listen, don't release this song yet, you know. And we plan to release the song this month, and this pandemic thing come right above. So the message, the Almighty does have a way. It just come like 2013. I was on my way to England. Me and Jeff, CM Jeff from Niger Sound. Me and him got England and he turned back, and me and him in lock up in over England there. Said so way to come back to Canada. And you know those look of yellow paper? Me have the look of yellow paper them in my hand like this, and me I read a Marcus Garvey book about skin bleaching and and this I'm right. If I bleach, I must the one for my clothes and write it on a piece of paper. And that become my first Juno award winning song. First song Pentos put out to me. So every time a song release Exco Levi, the Almighty does know when it actually release, fit the moment that it was gone. That's why I don't force myself to write song anymore. It just come on the wings of the wind. You know what I mean? It just come naturally. Me just there so, and a song just come. And if it take me 1 more month or 2 more months to write a song, I saw it go me wait. Because that's something.
You wait.
It have to come from a deep place. Because guess what now? You see, if the music don't come from a deep place, with you just sing and nobody. All of my successful songs them coming from a deep place. 2013, the end of 2013, I was in Jamaica and I met Silly Wax them on Facebook. Them say, yo, we hear the bleaching song from Pentos Record. We like you, come to Jamaica, come see you. I say, what you mean? Come to Jamaica, come see. Man say, yo, we coming to Jamaica to meet you right now. I'm over Pentos and see 2 white men walk through gate. I say, you know, Exco Levi. I say, yes, man say, all right. We have 3 rhythm. Me that Jamaica broken now and want money now. Can't pay $70,000 one for once. I say, hey, put on the money right there, so. And I've sang a song for them title Storms of Life. I become one of my biggest songs in Europe and now. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So sometimes you have to just make music lead you. You know what I mean? Don't force yourself to do music. And then you talk about them collaborating with artists too. Because if an artist made this song and the song bad and the song nice, you just can't resist the vibe there. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite songs is Take a Walk in My Shoes.
Yeah. All right. That song, I record that song for Frenchie. Frenchie is from the UK.
Yes.
He's the one who produced a lot of songs for Fantan Mojo. They wishing for me to fall, but gonna make some big producer all over Europe.
Right. Tell me about that song, because to me, I relate to the song.
Well, that song now, come take a walk in my shoes. There's a lot of songs that people don't know. It's surprising to me when they mention that song. Because sometimes out of the blues, one person may say, Exco. That's my favorite song. That is the beauty about music. You know what I mean? We've been through a lot of things in our own. Each individual has been through their own judgment. You know what I mean? Good or bad. You know what I mean? Take a walk in my shoes. I remember my daughter, my last daughter, she born premature. 5.5 months old. Doctor tell me she not live. You know what I mean?
Doctor tell you she not live.
She not live. She carried the lotion coming a while ago.
Yeah. Dr. Alayad.
Yeah, man. I remember when she born, she in an incubator. She born on the 23rd of July, right for Celestia's birthday. I was on my way to Montreal to do a His Majesty performance.
Yeah.
His Majesty birthday performance in Montreal. Me and Empress Divine and 1 4-wheeler drive to Montreal with my daughter. And cut her mother and take her 5.5 months old. Doctor tell me she not live. The next morning, when I come up from Montreal, I see her in the incubator small, so. She's in the incubator for around a month and a half. Them call me and say they might take it off. Take off the thing off her face. I say, take it off, man. All right, now, nobody can name like she. I think she speak to me right now. She bright. She brilliant, she's brilliant, a scholar. She not play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that song I was thinking about all of my struggle. I remember my baby mother said to me, say, yo, listen, you can go to Jamaica, you know. I give you 1 year for go to Jamaica, go try this music. I do 2013, you know. And if you go to Jamaica in the work, living my life in the factory.
Jesus.
So I go to Jamaica, I down there, I hold it. Only thing we use as we comfort, I say I can need that passport right beside me, say Exco depot to get it. I remember the first apartment I've rent. And the same Jeff there up on Long Mountain top of rent there. And I have to take a taxi every morning to $800 for down a Penthouse Records. You know what I mean? So that song, Walk in My Shoes, is just the journey. The journey where I see me left here, so I leave my family, I leave everything. And God Jamaica 2013 go hold it like son. Now have the money, more time, and broke, and you know, and hold it, justify the look of song. And from there, so the Almighty has blessed me. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's some place in the world, I say, really, you know what I mean? Like now, the journey. The journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The journey, yeah.
So that's what inspired song like those, you know what I mean?
Listen, I know you're busy. I'm gonna ask about one more question and get out of here. But before I do that, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to accept this interview, giving us behind the scenes of a real heartfelt understanding now of the struggles that you've been through, the highlights that you've reached. People should understand now how to approach you, how to talk to you, what to say to you, and you know, just know Exco Levi in our levels. You understand?
Yeah, today I walk in our I go to Berlin and go to my bedroom, and I went into a LCB for buy a bottle of red wine.
Yeah.
Mr. the lady run from one of the cashier. A white lady tune and jump up on me and I say, yo, you guys know
social distancing, Exco, social distancing. Elbow, no hug.
Yeah, no. She start asking everybody in the store, no, because Mr. Burlington is mostly white people. I say, do you know who this is? Do you know who this is? And like, because sometimes, that's what I'm telling you, sometimes I can't, I agree, I love, I like the feeling with them have towards me, but I can't manage the spotlight. Me say you, because if a country me come from, me not used to have the spotlight, you know what I mean? So it just feel, like before it starts sweat, my hand starts sweat, I say, yo, and she say, yo, you know, this is Exco Levi, and you know? So it's really, sometimes, you know, when I go out in the street and meet people, when we go places like Europe and California, and I see the love that people have for you, that's when you realize that you're really doing something good, you know what I mean? Because sometimes your own people, they will not show you love, and then we said so. Even though they know you do well, and then we said, say, you know what I mean? But when you go out in the world, you meet some people, and them tell you, just like you can tell me, say, that song, when I step in the Toronto mountain, my person say, Exco, living my life in the factory. The pay is not satisfactory.
You see,
people recite lines from your song, that's when you start feel like, you know what I mean, what you're doing, you've been doing something good, because people who not relate to it that much, you know what I mean? And I realize that you sing that song with meaning, and song that people can relate it to, song about struggle. That's why I said most of my successful songs is song that come from a place. When I wrote Living My Life in the Factory, you see, I walk and I sell insurance, but discover Canada, house to house. Yo, so because of I'm still now and leave this, so now I'm going to get a work in our factory by Jane and Steel. Trouble. Reggie?
Trouble,
man. That's so work hard. So,
yeah.
It's the voice of the voiceless. You know, some people just say, for real, car, all of who migrated to come to this country, at some point, we're going to the factory go work. When you have one hour for 3 to 4 o'clock come, and the longest 1 hour that you watch every day, watch it, the hour and the set so. And we know that feeling, we know that feeling for a party on Sunday night. And up till 2 o'clock, and you still have to rise back 7 o'clock, and you say, yo, Jaja, yeah, sorry, say, all the guy party, and you say, yo, have to go rise a man to go for the judgment, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I was going through when I wrote song like Living My Life in the Factory. You know what I mean?
Juno. Yeah, man. It's good to hear the story and understand, you know? That's why these interviews are important for people to see and understand it. A lot of we on the net were DJs, and you know, I before I came on the line, it was mere Exco Levi was playing and songs that, you know, make people understand this individual has done something in the business. He's done to be recognized for, you know, what he's done. I mean,